My sister's new boyfriend knew my coffee order, job, and schedule despite us never meeting. I felt cold when I realized who he was. Melanie brought her new boyfriend to Sunday dinner, and I nearly dropped the plate I was carrying when I saw him. It was the guy from the coffee shop, the one who was always there when I was. Always sitting 2 tables away. Always leaving right after me. But I'd never spoken to him. Never even made eye contact. "Hi, I'm Colton," he said, extending his hand like we'd never crossed paths. "Your sister's told me so much about you, Rachel." I shook his hand, my mind racing. Melanie was glowing. "Isn't he wonderful?" We met at that pottery class I started taking. Such a coincidence. He was the only other person under 40 there. I watched him move through our kitchen like he'd been there before. He went straight to the right cabinet for mugs. Knew which drawer had spoons. Poured my coffee black with 1 sugar without asking. Melanie laughed. "Look at him, already knowing how everyone takes their coffee. He's so observant." "Actually," Colton said, "Rachel and I go to the same coffee shop, Grinders on 5th Street. I've seen her there a few times. Try every morning for the past 6 months. Always at 7:15. Always ordering the same thing. Always sitting behind me where I could feel him watching." But I smiled and said nothing. Didn't want to ruin Melanie's happiness. She'd been single for 2 years, heartbroken after her ex left. During dinner, Colton kept dropping details. "Oh, Rachel, you work at that marketing firm on 8th, right? I pass it on my commute. Sometimes I see you in the window on the 3rd floor. Your desk faces the street." How did he know which floor? Which desk? I'd never mentioned my job at the coffee shop. Never worn company merchandise. "Your sister talks about you constantly," he said when he caught my look. "She's so proud of her little sister." Melanie beamed. "I do talk about you a lot. Probably too much. But Colton loves hearing about my family." After dinner, Colton helped clear plates. "Rachel, is that your blue Honda outside? The one with the National Park sticker?" I nodded slowly. "Melanie doesn't have my car. Hasn't seen it since I got the sticker last month." "Oh, I've seen it around town," he said casually. "Hard to miss that sticker. Love the national parks. Which ones have you visited?" I excused myself to the bathroom, pulled out my phone, scrolled through my photos from the last few months. There, in the background of a selfie at the farmer's market. A man in a baseball cap, same build as Colton. There again at the bookstore, at the gym, always in the periphery, always just far enough away. When I came back, Colton was showing Melanie photos on his phone. "Look, babe, this is from that hiking trail I told you about, the one with the waterfall." I froze. I recognized that trail, Cascade Falls. I'd gone alone 3 weeks ago. Told no one, posted nothing. But there in his photo, in the far corner, was someone in my purple jacket, the one I only wear hiking. Melanie noticed me staring. "You should take Rachel sometime, Colton. She loves hiking." "Actually," he said, looking right at me, "I think Rachel prefers hiking alone. Early mornings, usually Sundays. Right, Rachel?" My blood went cold. He was telling me he knew my schedule, my habits, my solitary Sunday hikes that I'd never shared with anyone. Melanie squeezed his arm. "You two should be friends. You have so much in common. Both love coffee, hiking, even the same books. Rachel, didn't you just finish that mystery series? The one with the detective in Portland?" I had, but I'd bought those books with cash, read them at home, never discussed them online or with friends. How could he know? Colton smiled. "I recommended those to Melanie. She said you'd probably like them too." Guess I was right. "I saw your library card in your wallet once at Grinders. The books were on your account." My library card, in my wallet, which meant he'd been close enough to see inside it. Close enough to read the small print on a card tucked behind my license. After dessert, Melanie pulled me aside in the kitchen. "Isn't he perfect? He knows so much about you already. Makes him feel like family." "That's the thing, Mel. How does he know so much?" "We've never talked," she laughed. "I told you I never shut up about you. Plus, he's just observed